Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Driving Myself Crazy. Since I'm doing this for the second time, that implies there might well be a third and a fourth, and I'm not entirely sure how long I'm going to keep doing this, but I'm going to keep doing it until I get bored of it. Or until everyone gets bored of it and starts threatening me to try to make me stop, which I'm really hoping won't happen. Anyway, today so far hasn't been a good day. It hasn't been a bad day, it's just been a day. And considering that I've had some bad days lately, I'll take it. Let me start off by answering some of the questions that were raised by yesterday's episode 1. What exactly was the huge traffic snarl up on I-5 that caused me to go off on a rant in the first place? Well, I hear from Lawton Foster that, who was a commenter on my previous YouTube video here. You can please feel free to comment and I'll talk about you on the internet. He mentioned that apparently President Obama was making some sort of stop at Boeing Field, which is why the on-ramps were closed, and I guess that does make a certain amount of sense, because we can't have anyone anywhere near the president, which is a sad statement, but true. So yeah, that was why I couldn't get home without getting lost, so thanks, Obama. That probably leads me neatly into my second question, which is, how come I was lost? If I have a smartphone, don't I have a GPS or Google Maps, anything like that? Yeah, of course I do. But if I was using that, I wouldn't be able to talk to you nice people, now would I? You've got to think these things through. I'm really surprised I have to explain them. Third, no one's asked this question yet, but I'm kind of vaguely wondering it. I'm wondering, is this legal? This right here, what I'm doing right now, filming myself while I'm driving. I can't talk on a cell phone while I'm driving, but technically I'm not doing that. I'm not, holding the phone in my hand, or else the video call would be a lot worse. And I'm not really interacting with it in any way. As far as I'm concerned, this is no more distriving. I'm going to be inventing fascinating new words as this vlog continues. No more distracting than having a passenger in the car, and in many ways a lot less distracting than having a passenger in the car, because passengers tend to do things like look over at the speedometer and scream and clutch at their seats and their seat belts and weep openly, and frankly that just gets kind of tiring after a while. Today's journey, in case you're wondering where I'm going, and I'm sure you weren't, is I have this stack of paperwork here. See, paperwork? I can't tell if you can see that or not. Probably, because if I couldn't see the phone, then it was probably blocking the anyway, yeah. I am headed off to the 85th Street Clinic in Greenwood, which is where the poor people go. And they have referred me to a neurologist, and I'm handing in more paperwork to explain, yes, no, really, I'm still poor. If the neurologist wants me to have an MRI or things like that, I would really love to get a sliding scale or financial assistance or something going on with that, because I'm a starving artist and I have no income and I'm almost out of savings. And God, am I panicking, because we're approaching the end of the year, which is coincidentally roughly when the end of my savings will be. But the reason that I'm seeing a neurologist is because I've been having these weird issues with pain and numbness and tingling in my arms and hands and wrists. For a while I thought, oh, this must be carpal tunnel syndrome. That's what everybody who works behind a keyboard gets. But I finally saw a doctor about it, and he's like, that doesn't sound like carpal tunnel syndrome at all, what you're describing. So, it's a mystery. The doctor referred to it as a dysesthesia. No, excuse me, a paresthesia, which I happen to know just enough Latin to realize means a weird feeling. And I'm convinced this is why doctors speak in Latin, because if you went to a doctor and he said, well, it sounds like you have a weird feeling, you'd be like, what the hell am I paying you money for? You could have figured that much out yourself. But, yeah, we don't know what's causing it. It's making it very difficult for me to type, use a mouse, do anything related to using a computer. And this is unfortunate, because as a writer and as a web developer, using a computer is what I do for a living. Using a computer is what I do in my leisure time activities. Frankly, if I had my way, from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, I would have a computer in front of me. I'm not sure that I can go back to web development and sit down 8 hours a day banging out code without my arms actually falling off, which would be a problem. And then I'd probably need even further financial assistance. So, gonna go ahead in this paperwork, see if I can get an MRI, and see if the neurologist can be like, oh, well, here's your problem. You need to take these pills and it'll clear up in about a week. That's what I'm hoping for. That's not what's going to happen. I'm probably going to go in and they'll say, oh, here's your problem. You need to have complicated and expensive surgery. Or possibly we might need to remove your arms from the elbows down because there's no hope at this point. I don't know. I like to prepare for the worst case scenario. And I think that's probably about it.